Hello and welcome to Real Life Wednesdays. In this episode we're going to show you our top 5 gadgets we can't live without since going full time in our motorhome in 2023. If you enjoy watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. So number 5 on our list is our air fryer, isn't it? It's a Cosori air fryer from Amazon and it's 40% off at the moment, £60. We don't have an oven. We did have an oven up here, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we took it out because it's tiny and you couldn't get much in it and it burnt everything. So we thought we'd rather a big cupboard up there instead, didn't we? So to replace that, we got this. Nice and easy to operate. You just turn it on up there. You've got various preset settings up here, or you can put in your own temperature and time. And that's it. That's the drawer. There's a tray you can take out. Oh, we didn't clean it very well.
No, doesn't like it.
It's a bit of cheese in the bottom. Yeah, great for doing chips and roasted veg and what have you. And also, these are locked, aren't they? After them falling out when we came around here. We got some dog bowls that fit in here nicely. So if I want to do like a shepherd's pie or anything in dish, that goes in there quite nicely. Looked good from Pets at Home, wasn't it?
At home, yeah.
So they're perfect.
Darren's idea from
Yes, we pinched it off of
Urban
Motorhome.
Man.
So number 4 on our list is our coffee maker and aerator. Ours is from John Lewis. And you just unscrew the top and fill the bottom with water up to that little mark, and then you stick your ground coffee in there, screw the top on and stick it on the stove. Doesn't take long at all, does it, to cook?
It's about 5 minutes, I think,
About
on there.
5 minutes to percolate.
Induction. It works on induction hob as well.
Yeah.
And it's only seems to be 2 or 3 minutes on
Yeah,
induction
it's even
hob.
quicker on induction hob, isn't
That's
it?
really good.
Yeah, and the aerator we like. You don't need this, but we like having the milk a bit frothed up, and this froths the milk up. You just put milk in there.
And that's 240 mains power as well, so
yeah,
you need a hookup or
yeah, you do need a hookup for
an
that,
inverter
or
or something.
a power. Well, yeah, inverter to run off the batteries.
So it heats it and froths it, doesn't it? Did you say that?
Yeah, heats it and froths it, and it's enough for 2. If you put it up to the maximum mark, and the same with this. If you fill it up to there, it's enough for 2. Nice cup of coffee.
You get a sort of half and half, don't you?
And we use Marks
favourite-
Spencer's
favourite
coffee. Unfortunately, it has to be decaffeinated because I can't have caffeine. But this is heavenly. Smell it now.
Very nice.
I want a cup of coffee now.
So number 3 on the list is our blink cameras. They're really good for keeping an eye on the vehicle when it's all parked up. If you leave it in a car park or park up, things like that. We didn't want to have a fully wired in sort of system because we've got a brand new vehicle and we didn't want holes everywhere. So these work, they're all wireless and they're battery operated. And so that was quite a good solution, we thought. And
They weren't a bad price either, were they?
No.
I think currently they're on Amazon for $219. I think we may have got them a bit cheaper than that.
Yeah,
didn't
and that's
we,
a set of
couple
4,
years
is
ago.
it?
The set of 4 cameras, and the blink cameras, and the doorbell is £50 on Amazon.
Yeah, so we got a set of 4 outdoor cameras, I think they call them, little square ones, and we got 1 doorbell. And so this is what they look like. We've got one inside as well. They just clip on to a little mount. So it's a nice, small, little, dinky little thing.
So we got the 1 inside and 4 outside.
We've got 4 altogether, 4 cameras outside, but we've got 2 of these mounted on the wing mirrors, which look backwards, and we've got 2 doorbells mounted on the back on a little angled mount, and they look forwards. And so I've got a spare one, which I haven't found any decent place for it to go yet. So I was hopefully going to have it on the front somewhere. But
what about on the back? We haven't got anything on the back, have we?
no, I might find somewhere on the back to put it at some point.
Quite good on the back, actually.
Yeah. But they've got 2 AA, I think it is, lithium batteries in, and they've lasted over a year, haven't they?
They have.
Obviously it depends on how much you're looking looking through the cameras. But all you need is you get the Blink app. So you open up the Blink app and you've got all the cameras showing on there. So you just click on one, and then it takes a little while because it's obviously all internet based. And that there is the picture we've got from the
car
side.
park we're currently parked in.
So yeah, it's a really good way of keeping an eye on the van and what's going on around it. And you can get notified if it picks up movement. You get notified on your phone, so that's really good. And if you've got internet on board, then yeah, it all works Wi-Fi, and when you're out and about, you can connect to them as well.
So if we're in bed at night and we hear noises on a park up,
yeah,
in particular,
we can open up.
We can have a look, see who's outside.
Yeah, open up.
And also, if we leave it anywhere and go for a walk, we can check it's okay, can't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And we get notifications if anybody
really good peace of mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so number 2 is our Netgear router. Pretty much vital thing to have when you're full time to get internet instead of using your phone all the time. We've got that
one's a 4G router, isn't it?
This is a 4G.
Currently $250 on Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, I only bought a 4G when we first had it because we thought a lot of the time we're going to be away from towns and not picking up 5G at the moment.
We don't like parking in towns too often, do we?
The 5G version was about twice the price. So.
We like it in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So we've bought a SIM card from EE, which is a prepaid thing, which lasts for about 18 months, sort of around about £200 mark, aren't they? Depending on how long they last, it's usually deals. Yeah, so you just pop that in there.
I think the latest one we've got is £170 for 18 months, isn't it?
Yeah, we got a good deal, didn't we? Yeah, and so you've obviously then got your Wi-Fi wherever you go. You've always got the internet, which is really good. Yeah, so the EE card that we've got is unlimited. It's only a data only SIM. Obviously you can't send texts and make phone calls from the router.
No.
So we just got a data only one, and it's an unlimited data with we found out a fair use policy.
Yes, we didn't realise, did we? So it's completely unlimited. 600
gigabytes a month.
You have to be careful, don't you, with that? Because we found if you watch TV a lot through a Fire Stick, so if you're
streaming high quality films or something, or just ordinary TV, then it does tend to gobble it up quite quick. Yeah, and so this one, one of these, the reason I picked this one in particular is there's little holes in the bottom, little ports, where you can connect an external antenna. So if you're in a really bad area and this can't pick it up, can't pick any signal up, you can connect your antenna. And we've got one with little suckers, haven't we? And we can
stick it
on the outside of the van. And very rarely have we ever not had a signal, have we?
No, we've only had to use it a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, even all the way around Scotland. I think we only used it about twice.
No, the EE signal's good up Scotland,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah. Right in the Highlands, in the middle of nowhere.
That's right. And just this little box picks up a signal pretty much anywhere normally. You have to be right out in the middle of nowhere before it's decided it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's USB charged. There's a battery inside, and I think if you've got a dedicated USB-C, you can run it without the battery, or if you've got it on 240, you can run it without the battery in.
We found it really useful when we were out of the motorhome, didn't we? And at Christmas, we had a cottage for a whole month, didn't we? That had awful internet, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, awful Wi-Fi.
So you
we took this out.
We took that out of the motorhome and used that in the cottage.
Yeah,
that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and if you don't have things like the blink cameras, and you went on a hike, you could just put it in your backpack or something like that. I think the battery lasts about 6 hours if it's fully charged. So if you don't need it in the van for anything, you can take it with you and get your internet while you're on a hike. All good.
Yeah. So number one.
And number one, is our favourite one. One we couldn't really have done without when we first had the van, because we didn't have an inverter or anything, did we? So we didn't have any mains power on board at all. So this beast kept us going. It is the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. I believe it's got a 2000 watt hour battery, lithium battery obviously, So on the back of it, we've got these 4 3-pin 240 volt sockets, and then coming down the bottom, you've got a 12 volt cigar lighter type socket, and then and then a couple of little 12 volt outlets. I think it says a 3 amp. Not quite sure what you'd use those for, but if you've got any suggestions, perhaps leave them in the comments. And then we've got a little hatch here, and we've got 2 sockets there for solar panels. I think they can take up to 500 watt each. This one is like a kettle plug socket for your main power in to charge it up. I think this is like a reset button. So on the front, we've got 4 USBs along the top there. They're just normal USB-A's. And then we've got 2 USB-C's fast charger ports, which are really helpful. You can charge the MacBook up with these. This is really good. It's got the display up there. That shows you how much is it's charging, or the output and the input when you're charging it up. And when it's plugged in to 240 to charge, it only takes about an hour, especially if it's about 20%. Takes about an hour on the mains to charge it up. It will do up to just over 3,000 watts, I think, on peak. So it can power any of your air fryers, kettles, and
it's a beast, isn't it?
Stuff like that. That's right, yeah. So we got this one from Amazon, and when we got it as a kit, if you like, with a 400 watt solar panel, didn't we?
Huge thing. Huge,
great thing. Yeah. It's about 8 foot long when it's unfolded, I think, so it's quite massive. But in the summer, it is all we use, wasn't it, basically, before we had all the solar panels on the roof.
We were powering other vans, in fact, weren't we, as well as our own?
Yeah, we did at one point at a show, didn't we? Somebody in the caravan had a flat battery and was able to power that as well as all our own stuff. Yeah, so in the summer, when we do get some sun occasionally, it keeps this thing charged, and we were doing all our cooking on it, weren't we?
We were,
induction hob we got, and the air fryer and all that. So yeah, it was really good.
That was before we had all the solar on the roof connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got a roof full of solar as well.
Now we've got a roof full of solar
and an inverter under the floor.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So did you say how much it cost?
No.
So what did it cost us?
I've got a feeling it was about 1,800.
So now the full price now is, plus the panel, the EcoFlow and the panel, is 2,198 on Amazon.
Yeah. On
its own, it's about 1,600.
Yeah. But it is an absolute beast.
Yes, it is well worth it.
We've charged it up and ran it down about 3 times on the trot, haven't we? Because what we do as well occasionally, if we've been on lots of park ups, but we're able to get this thing charged, because you can just take it into a house or somewhere where you can get it charged up, because it only takes an hour. We've got this thing charged up, brought it back to the van, plugged it into the electric hookup cable into the side of the van, and that's been charging up our main batteries. It's not a particularly efficient way of doing things, but it can keep you going for a little bit longer.
That's right. It powers my hairdryer nicely.
Yeah.
So that was our top 5 gadgets we can't live without. We've got many more, haven't we? That we
yeah, we've got a van full of stuff.
we had to think of the first top 5 that we couldn't live without.
Yeah.
That was them, wasn't it, for us?
Definitely.
At the moment, it could change.
Yeah.
So if you have a motorhome or camper van and you've got your top 5 gadgets, let us know what they are in the comments.
Yeah, it'd be great to know what everybody else's favourite gadget is.
If anybody's got the same as ours. So thanks for watching another episode of Wheel Life Wednesdays. If there's anything you'd like us to cover in future episodes, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot. Bye.